Sports is brought to you by All Out Auto Repair, home of the $46 Saskatchewan and $66 Alberta Safety Inspection. Your complete automotive repair.
Well, Moses, everyone is talking about the presidential election south of the border, and you were even talking about a bit of a sporting twist to it, kind of, I guess, predictions to do with a certain sporting team?
It's called the Redskins rule. I'm referring to the Washington Redskins. The Sunday before the election, the Tuesday, the Washington Redskins play a game. If the Washington Redskins win, it means the incumbent president would win, so therefore Barack Obama. However, they lost to Carolina on Sunday, meaning Mitt Romney's going to win. And the actual accuracy of it, they've predicted the last 17 of 18 presidents. So not too shabby. I think they'd be the most reliable out of all the statistics.
We'll have to see.
I'm just going to go with it. I'm going with it. I think Romney's going to take it.
And in local sports, big news coming out from the Bobcats organization today.
Yeah. Talk about huge. Just hours before their second game of a home-and-home with Sherwood Park, the team has announced that they've dealt 19-year-old Maddie Marcineau to the Olds Grizzlies. In 21 games, Marcineau tallied 11 goals and 17 points. Head coach Ryan Parent says it was a tough move to trade away a player like Marcineau.
Matt, it was essentially Matt's decision. He didn't feel Lloyd was the fit for him, and I understand that. I mean, he'll be going a little closer to home. Olds is obviously a program that's closer to home. That they're kind of in the same boat that we were at the beginning of the year. A little bit struggling, but I think it'll be a good test for him, and I wish him all the best there.
In return, the Bobcats received 19-year-old Tanner Dunkel. Dunkel has put up 14 points in 21 games. Parent says Dunkel should add some grit to the lineup.
We're hoping for gritty scoring, and a lot of times that the fancy plays and things like that, you get in after January and things get a little tougher, and the fancy plays dry up, and you got to have guys who go hard to the net. You got to have guys who are physical and compete every night.
The Bobcats also acquired 18-year-old goalie Devin Green from the Okotoks Oilers. Green has 2 wins in 6 starts. Both Dunkel and Green are expected to make their debuts this Friday. Now moving on, the Bobcats will turn their options to the matchup against the Sherwood Park Crusaders tonight. Matt Schumont has a preview.
The Lloydminster Bobcats have put together a little streak, going 2-0-1 in their last 3 games, including a weekend sweep.
Our guys deserve the credit. I mean, they worked hard, they sacrificed themselves, and they played as a team, so that's what happens.
A lot more good energy coming to the room, and like everyone's feeling like it's turning around a little bit.
One player finding his swag as of late is goaltender Chase Martin, allowing 2 goals over the weekend and recording his first shutout of the season on Sunday.
For me personally, I feel like bigger in the net and stuff, and just to that confidence knowing that you can win every night.
He's been battling hard all year, so this is, it's nothing new for us here. We know he works hard, and I think he's one of the top goalies in the league, so he's playing like it right now.
The Cats now look to extend their winning streak to 3 games tonight as they play the back half of a home-and-home tonight against the Sherwood Park Crusaders. They're expecting a big pushback, considering handing their crew their 4th loss in a row 2 nights ago.
They'll be a lot more hungry. I'm sure their coach wasn't happy losing 4-0 and stuff, so I'm sure they'll come out with a much stronger effort. So we just have to be ready to match it.
We're just going to have to bring what we've been bringing, and just a lot of hard work and tenacity and just getting pucks to the net.
Puck drop for tonight's game is at 7:30. Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Elsewhere in the AJ tonight, the Bonneville Pontiacs are back in action on the road to take on the Fort Mac Oil Barons. The Ponts lead the season series 2-1 and have outscored the Mob 9-5 in those games.
Sports is brought to you by Denham Chrysler. Get Canada's most durable diesel pickup, the 2012 Ram. All-out clear-out event at Denham Chrysler Jeep Lloydminster.
The Rustlers men's volleyball team are off to an 0-2 start, but despite going winless to begin their season, there are plenty of positives going forward as they prepare to play their first pair of home games this upcoming weekend. Stefan Ketchmar has a story.
Briarcrest to start off the season last week, but were unable to get a victory in 2 matches, losing both in 4 sets. Although it would have been nice to start off the season on a winning note, Coach Taylor Dyer says it's about making progress.
To come out against one of the best teams in the league, first match of the year, I think that we did really well, and again, just more stuff to build on as we move forward.
The Rustlers are counting on returning players to help lead the team to success, one of them being Captain Brady Harder, who is arguably one of the best players in the ACAC at his position. he thinks the players can use the losses as motivation for their upcoming matches.
It was a solid weekend for us this past weekend. It was a really quick game and intense, so it was really good to play at a high level with the boys and looking for a sweep this coming weekend.
Offensively, the Rustlers have confidence. It's on the defensive side of the ball where they could use some work. Although the team is smaller than most, there are ways to improve.
We're going to have to be able to limit the number of kills the other teams get because our block touch isn't quite where we'd like it to be. But so defensively, I think we can be stronger on that part of the ball.
The Rustlers' next 4 games are at home, as Olds College, who entered their first ever ACAC season, visit Lakeland this weekend for 2 matches. As Brady puts it, 2 wins will come a long way.
Very important just for team morale and then stay up in the league.
Stefan Kaczmar, Newcap Sports.
Now the month of November gives a chance for the guys to grow their dusters in this week's Beyond the Boards. Matt Schumann checks out how the Bobcats have been doing just 6 days into the month.
All right, we're well into the first week of November. It's coming in pretty good. What's been working for you so far?
With the mustache, you know what I mean. I trim it up every once in a while, but I just let it go. You know, it's not too often that you get to grow out a mustache, so it's definitely a privilege, and you know, it's for a good cause. So you know, I'm happy to do it.
I didn't know I could grow a black mustache, but apparently it's working. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna. I don't know if we're having a competition who can grow the best one, but I'd say I'm up there.
Yeah, so far on the team, you're looking pretty good with the mustache. But out of everyone on the team, there's a lot of baby faces on the team. Who's going to have a little bit of a struggle growing a mustache?
Ooh, I'd say a guy like Carlson or Little Yaremchuk.
Now, it's pretty funny that you say you're growing one of the best because I just talked to your brother, and he said you're going to be struggling with this. So adding a little cheap shot to him, thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, that just might be I'm a little bit younger than he is, and I can grow a mustache. I don't think at that age he could grow one, so I think that's maybe the biggest thing where he's coming from. He's a little upset with that, so.
I think we're kind of on the same stage right now, growing-wise. What's going on with that?
Well, I can't grow facial hair. I mean, it only grows in, like, that area there, so as far as a mustache, she's no dice.
So, say when a couple weeks down the road, maybe if it'll come a little bit more, do you feel like a stop to the store to get some Just for Men will be needed?
Yeah, I mean, I can always Just for Men my skin. I mean, there's no hair there, but I mean, Just for Men your skin's always a good idea, right?
Beyond the Boards is brought to you by City Center Auto Body. At City Center Auto Body, they can fix anything.
Just 6 days in, those guys already have better mustaches than the guys at Newcap. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. Stay tuned for more Newcap news and weather after the break.